Hey everybody, this is Keenan from the product team here to talk portfolio management in 12.10. I'm gonna go ahead and share our planning issue. Okay, so first off, we're going to be kind of kicking off or really continuing validation on what has branched into two separate problems that we want to solve here in the near future. One of those is being able to represent epics in their own horizontal swim lane on an issue board, as well as the ability to build like a program level board or an epic board or a board of boards, as we've had some customers talk about it, with just giving you the ability to actually work epics across a horizontal workflow, just like you do with issues. So open a new epic, curating it, running research or analysis to make sure it has all the information in it, to maybe work breakdown where it's actually getting new issues added to it that aren't ready to be developed yet, all the way through to ready for implementation. So you can manage a board, an epic on a board level, and get to a point where this is now ready to be handed off to the engineers or to the development team to actually kick off implementation. We've had a lot of conversations with the customers concerned of scaling their planning process inside of GitLab, and this has come across as necessary for especially organizations running safe. We're really, again, just trying to scale an agile system and project methodology across their org. So we're going to be digging into that really heavily over the next couple of weeks. If thoughts, concerns, you have strong opinions on what that should look like, please hop into that issue, which you'll be able to get to from the description of this video. We'd love to talk to you and hear from you, and even hop on a call if you're open to that, so we can pick your brain. As far as design priorities go, we're going to slowly start on designing what we've kind of talked about as strategic initiatives or mapping work to value in GitLab. Oftentimes what we see is business level executives want to know how much work is actually contributing to a business goal or a business thought or an initiative that they have in place. And the goal and the vision here is to be able to represent these initiatives or these goals in the tool, so that you can actually map individual pieces of work to it, so that we can provide reporting at a higher level to leaders. Actually say, look, this is how many issues have gone towards this goal, or this is how many MRs have been merged towards this objective. You could think of, maybe an objective is, increase usage of new product by 15%. And maybe you're looking at optimizing some onboarding flows or feature adoption. You can actually assign your epics and issues that are contributing to that goal, and we'll be able to roll those up into some view that the business leaders or even the engineering teams themselves can say, like, okay, look how much effort we actually push towards this one goal or these three objectives, etc. So keep an eye out on that. We'll be reaching out and hopefully trying to get some feedback from individuals over the next couple of weeks on our who would be interested in a feature like this, so we can get some insight and some feedback on the designs. Same thing with Epic Progress Syndication. We've been working on this as we've had bandwidth over the last couple of releases, which is really like, how do we show progress inside of an Epic? Is it a progress bar? Is progress related by wait completed or issues closed? We should be putting some designs up in those issues soon. So keep an eye there. Again, we'd love to have your feedback and any discussion you want to have on it. We are open to that. In fact, we really, really encourage it. So let's talk about features we're hoping to release. So a big item, we're kind of collaborating across the entire plan stage. So you should see this mentioned in the other kickoff videos, is a JIRA Importer, which would be our first MVC of this. This issue here is open. Feel free to hop in there. The MVC is pretty light. It's really just letting you assign a project that's in JIRA and pointing to a project that exists in GitLab. And we will then import the issues over from JIRA into GitLab and open them up as new issues with the title description. And you as the importer will be assigned as the author. We're going to hopefully continue to iterate on this pretty continually to make sure to kind of build it up into a more than MVC experience over time. But again, it's one step at a time, and we're gonna step into this a little bit each release. There are some quick wireframes up of what that experience is going to look like. It's trying to keep it as simple as possible. We'd love for you to hop in there and give us some feedback. But yes, we're planning on putting out the MVC of this in 12.10, so that we hopefully can have users who are either looking to move off JIRA and come to GitLab for their issue management, or any organizations that are maybe okay using both, letting one team use it and giving this first tool to kind of easily pull issues over that they need to start working in GitLab. So please let us know your thoughts on that. The next item that we should be able to get out in 12.10 is this Epic issue health tracking, which we've talked about the last couple of releases, and we really put a lot of effort in 12.9. And this is the idea that individuals can assign a health status or a risk status of red, green, or green, red, or amber, on track, needs attention, or at risk, so that we can actually start bubbling that up into an aggregated level report to kind of give some explanation of the risk or the health of a chunk of work. And so if you actually look at, here's the design mockup that we're working off of right now. Up at the top, you actually can see this parent epic. It's got a total of 59 issues inside of it, as well as 11 sub-epics. And here you say, okay, 30 of those issues are on track, 186 need attention, 89 at risk. Of course, these are just stub numbers, so they don't add up properly, but it's just a design mockup. And then each sub-epic also has like a mini health report on there showing how many issues are on track, how many needs attention, again, how many are at risk. And then as you expand an epic in the epic tree open, you can see the individual issues and their health or risk status assigned. And the goal again here is really just to start giving some level of granular reporting of how work is progressing and providing an easy way to flag work that needs attention from, say, the product manager or maybe a director, or something that needs to be reported at a mid-level meeting, or a director, or even to an executive team. If we have a group of work or a large epic that has lots of sub-epics and issues in it, that's really important to the business. This is starting to allow users to build reporting functionality and leverage it and say, we can actually report on this pretty easy on where things are at. So again, this is we're super excited about this one. We're really hoping that it helps users solve a lot of these reporting problems that we hear them talking about in every interview that we do. So again, keep an eye out for that in 12.10. And then the next items are really all about confidentiality. We talked about this the last couple kickoff calls. We've been slowly moving the ball forward on this, but we're hoping to get to the point where we can release it in 12.10. The idea that, we already let you have confidential issues in GitLab, and a lot of users, especially those in like HR or finance roles who are trying to combine information and organize it, have struggled because you can't actually have a confidential epic to house your confidential issues. So here, the first item we're going to do is be able to, any new epics can be created as confidential, and really you'll just have, just like on issues now, just a little checkbox that says this is confidential, with a follow-up iteration of then allowing you to edit existing epics to toggle them onto a confidential state. So again, really kind of quality of life, organization of confidential information, but we're really excited to kind of give that flexibility to the users that need it. But for portfolio management, that's what we have for 12.10. Again, my name's Keenan. You can find me in GitLab at K-O'Keefe. You can hit me in any issue or epic that you have topics that you want to talk about, feedback, concerns. I'm always open to getting on a call or conversing in the tool or over email to collect any of those from users who are interested. Again, that'll all be linked in the bottom of this video. Thanks for watching. See you next month.